All right, everyone. Like Mike Tyson once said, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. Similarly, with orthodontics, it's really tempting to try to envision how everything is going to go on paper. We've all got a plan on paper, but then once the plastic or the metal is in your mouth, a new problem, a new complication, a new difficulty, a new challenge arises, and you've got to deal with it. The challenge that I'm realizing has arisen with my Invisalign trays is that it's actually quite difficult to mew with Invisalign. This might seem counterintuitive because, of course, Invisalign is a famously minimalistic appliance. It's just basically a plastic mold that sits on the teeth that doesn't ride into the palate at all. It's not like braces where it bulges out on top of the teeth. It's very tight onto the teeth. It's almost like a plastic glove that you're putting onto your teeth. And so what does it have to do with mewing? Well, I'll tell you, and only experience could show this. Suction mewing is difficult with Invisalign. Why? Because when you create the intraoral vacuum, the upper lip especially gets sucked into the Invisalign tray, especially right here. Right in here at where the Invisalign tray meets the teeth at the front. When you create an intraoral vacuum to do a vacuum-based mew, the lip gets sucked into the gap between the Invisalign tray and your lip. In your teeth. And the edge of the Invisalign tray, it's a little bit sharp. And this is a known thing. People are known to sometimes file down their Invisalign trays because of sharp edges. But the sharp edge of the Invisalign tray cuts into the lip. And so it discourages you from doing suction-based mewing. Just to recap, what is suction-based mewing? Most of my subscribers on YouTube I've gotten from one video, and that video was called The Greatest Mewing Hack I Ever Learned. And in that video, I talk about suction mewing method or vacuum mewing method. And in that method, what we do is that we take advantage of an intraoral vacuum to facilitate holding the tongue up onto the roof of the mouth. The distinction is between pressing the tongue onto the roof of the mouth and creating an intraoral vacuum which by itself holds the tongue onto the roof of the mouth almost effortlessly. And if you, in addition to having the intraoral vacuum, then apply a force, then you have a very powerful, very sustainable, quite effortless mew posture. So to recap, what we do is you seal your lips, you gather, you swallow, gathering all the spit in your mouth, and then you swallow all the spit once and for all completely. What you'll notice is that the back of the tongue comes up and presses onto the roof of the mouth at that point. You keep your lips sealed throughout this entire thing. And once you do that final swallow, you'll notice there's a vacuum inside your mouth, your lips are sucked up against your teeth, your cheeks are sucked up against your teeth, and your tongue, if you place it there during the process of creating the vacuum, rests on the roof of the mouth as long as you keep your lips sealed and don't break the vacuum. That is the suction mewing method, and I'll just demonstrate how quickly and seamlessly and invisibly this can be done. So right now my mouth is full of spit because I'm talking. I'm going to gather, swallow, and then keep my lips sealed, press the tongue up on the roof of my mouth. There I am. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And just breaking the lip seal breaks the vacuum, breaks the suction mewing hold. Unfortunately, this is quite difficult to do, as I explained earlier, with Invisalign because the lip wants to get sucked right into that tray, especially on the top. I've tried pushing through this, and there is a kind of a sweet spot where you can get a little bit of a vacuum. You can't be too aggressive with the vacuum, but you can kind of get a partial vacuum, more than nothing, but not quite the strength of vacuum that I like to have. And at that point, there's a subtle balance between having a nice vacuum and not sucking the lip into the Invisalign tray too much. And I've been experimenting with that quite a bit, and I'm thinking that I'm going to have to either beat the crap out of my lip a little bit until it gets used to being abraded by the tray, because I'm going to be wearing Invisalign for, 8 months to a year, and I don't want to lose the suction mew for that whole time. So I might just power through it. Basically kind of like what happened with MSE in my tongue, where, because the MSE is right at the roof of the mouth, and, you can't just not press the tongue up onto the roof of the mouth because the MSE is there. The MSE is going to be in my mouth for over a year. So what happened is, after a couple weeks, and then definitely after a couple of months, the tongue right under the MSE, where it presses up into the MSE, becomes kind of leathery, becomes calloused. And you don't really, it hurts a little bit for the first, few days or weeks, but by using orthodontic wax in the correct spots, you can reduce that until eventually you realize you don't even really need the wax, and the tongue has just gotten tough enough to be able to withstand the abrasion with the appliance. Well, I'm hoping a similar thing might happen with the Invisalign trays. The other thing I noticed is that 3 or 4 days into this tray that I'm on now, because you wear an Invisalign tray for 7 to 14 days. The first day or 2 or 3 are the tightest, as the tray is kind of remolding your teeth. But after several days, what happens is the tray kind of loosens up when the teeth mold to it. And what I've realized is, on day 3 or 4 since putting this tray in, this abrasion phenomenon, the lip getting sucked into the tray, has gotten worse as the tray has gotten looser. So just another challenge to deal with, another thing that I've got to figure out, and maybe another kind of discomfort that I'm going to have to push through so that I don't have to compromise my mewing while wearing an orthodontic appliance. That's it for now. Thought I'd share that with you for anyone considering this. I think it's important to ask with any orthodontic appliance, how is it going to affect my mewing? MSE has not been a huge hurdle to mewing. In fact, it's facilitated mewing by expanding intraoral volume. It's made mewing 3 times easier than it ever was for me. And now Invisalign is starting a new challenge for me with this abrasion phenomenon. So I'll keep you all updated with that and let you know how it goes in a couple of weeks or months from now. And that's it for now. Peace out.